play by Fritz hyper aggressive decks. And the next matchup we're gonna see is gonna be between Tice and Forsen. What do you think about these two players, Barbara?
Well, lately from Tice, we've been seeing a lot of Face Hunter, which I think is a really strong deck right now. I think it's really strong in the Conquest format. Maybe we'll
Right.
see that again too and have another really quick series. And from
Okay.
Forsen, what have we been seeing from Forsen? We've seen Freeze Mage from Forsen in the past. We've seen also Mech Mage from Forsen in the past. We've seen a lot of Oil Rogue from Forsen. Actually, Oil Rogue from both of these players. So I expect to see some sort of Mage plus Rogue plus other deck. It's not
Okay.
really sure on the third deck though.
Would you think that quick shot will be used in Face Hunter?
Yeah, I definitely think Quick Shot's going to be used in the Face Hunter. It definitely goes face. I don't know if you
Hmm.
were aware. It hits face for three.
I actually looked at the card a bit more, and it seems like it's just a better Dark Bomb, right? It's like a strictly
Yeah.
better Dark Bomb.
Yeah, it's a Dark Bomb that has a chance to be a little bit better. But
Mhm.
the downside with Hunter, though, is you don't have the life tap ability. But
Right?
in Face Hunter, you do kind of. Because your whole point of drawing cards is to do what? Hit him in the face. So
Right?
using your hero power is basically the same thing as drawing a random card that hits them in the face. And since all of your cards hit them in the face, it's basically the same thing as drawing a card.
Draw a Moonfire, basically, or draw two Moonfires.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
draw two
pretty much.
Moonfires. It's
Yeah.
so I think it fits very, very well in Face Hunter, and I think we'll probably see it in Tice's Face Hunter if he brings it.
Okay, here's another question.
All
Are
right.
rogues going to run gang up?
No, 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 not a
Just no
chance.
rogues?
Just
No?
only mill rogues if there are mill rogues, and I don't think we're seeing any in this tournament today. I think that's a bit ambitious to try and make a gang up mill rogue deck in a day. And
Oh, in
wait,
the
that
first
card's not even
tournament.
out yet. Yeah, so
No.
we can't see it in this tournament.
No, that card is
But
up.
is it?
Yeah. I got
Oh,
I
then.
got wrecked by it in the ladder where he
Oh,
gang
did
up
you?
full line Oracle, and then I was like, oh my god.
Oh, the mill rogue. Wait, you think it's a real threat?
Well, it's not, but
Oh, but it wrecked you.
it wrecked me, but I played Priest, so he didn't even need
Oh,
to
but
bring
you're
a card.
playing priest. I thought priest was the best.
Oh my god. Resurrect, I thought it was really good. And it
Yeah.
resurrected my ooze from the sludge belcher because it died as well.
Oh my god, that sucks.
Yeah, so it's I don't know, so I guess Resurrect is not as good. But enough of that right now. We see that both players are being Druid and Hunter, and Forsen's gonna be doing Mage, while
Wow.
Ty's is gonna be doing the Warlock instead.
That's a lot different than what we saw them play at Via Game House Cup and the tournament before that. So it's
Oh,
interesting to see them try bringing different things than usual.
yeah.
I
Well, I
mean,
mean, by game we kind of brought all the decks, so
sure,
yeah.
sure. But, hmm. What do you think Tice's Warlock is going to be?
Is it gonna be the Bane of Doom Warlock? Oh, I want to see that.
The Pain of Doom Warlock. What's that?
Bane of Doom, the 5 mana deal 2 damage and summon a random demon. They fixed it so that it summons any demon now, right?
Okay. So just can
Yeah.
summon any demon. So now it's being run a lot in Demon Lock?
Oh, I actually played that a lot on my stream, and every time I play it, it's like Jaraxxus, Mal'Ganis, Doomguard, and
Oh,
clear the board. That's like good for a 5 mana card. I think it's super highly over budgeted now. That's why I'm
really?
running 2 copies of it. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow, that'd be interesting to see.
Mm.
Um, what kind of hunter do you expect Forsen to be running?
I really think Forsen's gonna run a mid-range hunter.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think it's
you
gonna
don't
be.
think so? No.
I don't think Forsen's gonna run mid-range hunter. Not in this format, at least.
Huh?
Is mid-range hunter is still even relevant? I don't think so. It's just so slow. Face hunter is just it's more it's more threats, don't you think?
Well, mid-range hunter is a lot better against druid. It's a lot better against paladin. It's really just better against all the mid-rangey decks. Of the
Right.
mid-rangey decks, it beats all the other mid-rangey decks, and it can beat a warrior up pretty good too. Where face
Hmm.
hunter has like 0% win rate against warrior.
Well, I mean, either hunter would do really good against the warlock. We would imagine, right?
Yeah, either hunter is gonna do good against the warlock. I think mid-range hunter is gonna do better than face hunter against the warlock, just because they have things like healbot, they have things like Mal'Ganis, they have things like Jiraxxus. So they have heals there, they have taunts there, and the mid-range hunter can really just kind of set up a board they can't deal with and then get in there for lethal without having to trip the Molten Giants. For face hunter can sometimes struggle with that because you can't really have a board of Wolf Riders.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't really happen, but that's also assuming that Tash is bringing the headlock. Who knows? He might just run Zoo and trick us all or something.
I don't know. Tice is a pretty well-known handlock player. I've never seen him not play handlock.
All right, headlock it is.
Handlock.
Uh, And of course,
And
Forsen is gonna queue up the mage, and it seems like it's gonna be a mech mage,
yeah,
or it could be tempo mage, I guess.
meh. It's
Doesn't
probably
really
Mech
matter.
Mage.
Yeah. Okay.
Forsen is very well known for Mech Mage and Freeze Mage, and I've never actually like ever seen him play the Tempo Mage. But that starting hand, fairly weak from Forsen.
All right. Well, starting hand from Taj is not as better, anyways. So.
Well, it could be really, really good right now because if it's against Freeze Mage right now, then he wants this Ragnaros and he wants this Owl 100%.
Oh, you're right. But yeah, Forsen did ditch all his cards,
Yeah,
so
he's
he
gonna
is
keep
gonna
the
do
Rag.
that. Wow.
Wow.
Very
He's
good
thinking he's
presentation.
Freeze Mage. So Forsen with the bluff on him. That's why Forsen being specializing in both Freeze Mage and Mech Mage is so terrifying because they mulligan for the Freeze Mage and just get him with the Mech Mage sometimes or vice versa.
And well, look at that. Forsen is still continuous bluff because his hand is kind of bad.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's gonna like ping next turn because he has nothing to do.
He does have a lot of burn, which helps at some point.
Taj has a Innervate Yeti play if he wants to do that.
Yeah, he's thinking right now if it's worth to do it because against Freeze Mage, for example, it doesn't really do much. You want to save the coin for the Ragnaros, but he's like, all right, I'm playing Handlock. I have heals in my deck. I already have the Ragnaros, so let's just hedge our bets here. And if it's Mech Mage, we got him this way. And if it's Freeze Mage, then I still have the Ragnaros to fall back on. So I really like that line by Thijs.
Oh man. Oh, Forsen must be feeling pretty
Yeah.
sad. I mean, you're not even
Forsen's draw.
playing free stage.
Yeah, that draw is so bad from Forsen. Like, wow.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah, does he even play the spider tag? It just dies. Yeah, he just concedes. He's like, I know I'm not winning this game.
Oh.
Now he's just trying to hide his mage deck, I guess.
Look at this! Look at Ty's face. He's like, yeah.
Well, now Tice doesn't know if he's Mech Mage or Freeze Mage still. Forsen
Wait,
never
but-
revealed if he was Mech Mage or Freeze Mage.
Okay, but if you're freeze mage, would you ever concede there? Would you ever concede?
Maybe?
No, you would. Sorry, about you would never do that.
I,
So if Tash is actually problem solving a little bit, he knows it's not freeze mage.
I still think it's fine by Forsen to concede there because there is some chance that Tice can't figure out what kind of mage deck you are. And there's no way you're winning that game, so why reveal more about your deck?
That's
There's
true.
like 0% chance you win that game from that position.
Okay. Well, it's still kind of sad that Forsen they have to do a turn 3 concede in like an actual tournament there, and it might be the right move. Who knows? I think your argument makes a lot of sense. So what happens in this next matchup here?
Forsen's best deck against Tice's lineup right now is Mech Mage. It beats the Druid, it beats either Midrange Hunter or Face Hunter. And it's most likely going to be Face Hunter, which Mech Mage is more favored against Face Hunter than it is against Midrange Hunter. So I'd like to see Forsen just queue back up with the Mech Mage, get a win with it. And I think Tice should try and go for the Druid, because Druid can do Druid things. So I think it has a better chance against the Mech Mage than the Hunter does.
Yeah, not only do they have 2 innervates and 2 wild growths now they have Emperor, so that's like a super wild growth innervate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Druid
You could do
things.
ridiculous things with the Emperor plus combo.
All right. That looks a bit more like a Mech Mage starting hand for Forsen now, and of course Tice is running the Face Hunter that he did pretty well in the VIA game. He got a lot of games off it.
Yeah, definitely. Face Hunter is a really, really strong deck. Not the most consistent deck in the world, because you're always sort of reaching at the end for those last little bits of damage, and sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. But when you're hitting, it is so strong. So let's see if he's on today. He's going to keep the bow, he's going to keep the juggler.
Yeah, it is kind of like you're scrambling at the end to make things work out.
Animal Companion on 3 is very, very, very strong. Definitely what you're looking for. It's not the greatest one-drop here, but you still play it anyway. Yeah, and judging by his mulligans, I think Tice knows that it is Mech Mage. So you're right, he read into the concede and figured it out. But still, I think it was fine by Forsen to do that. I think there's a chance it works out for him.
I guess. All right. Chugga is probably gonna come down here so it doesn't die to the
Yeah.
abusive. Yeah, I'm looking at Touch's face right now. It doesn't seem surprised at all.
Yeah, he knew exactly what was happening.
But just this turn is kind of awkward now, huh?
Yeah, he just done a nice quickly.
Just gonna throw it in.
Ooh, the Frostbolt off the top is a solid
Very
pickup.
nice. What control is yours?
Yeah, the Blast Mage and everything. He's gonna hit face there, expecting that a bow possibly could come. I like that attack. Misha, that is strong.
That is pretty bad. Cogmaster feels the curve all right, I guess, but well, I guess you just Cogmaster and ping, huh?
Yeah, you have to just Cogmaster ping. And then hope the Misha goes fix. Oh, he's gonna freeze the Misha.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
actually right because you have a mech next turn and Tej is possibly not gonna trade. Nope, not
Yeah.
gonna.
He's still playing around that bow, so he's expecting the bows in Tice's hand. So it's a good enough read. Otherwise, he would have been able to just bow that guy and be able to go face with the bear, and Forsen would still have no answer for the bear. So yeah.
Let's
Fine
push
trade.
Misha, of course, and over back at Forsen's side. Oh man, if you play something that doesn't have taunt or charge, you're gonna take some damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. And we see Quick Shot drawn, the new card.
Okay.
He's got
Oh,
to
by
just
the way,
empty
Quick
his
Shot
hand.
is the first gun card that hunters have, and in WoW, hunters use a lot of guns too, right? So
I've never played WoW.
Okay.
All right, all to the face here, obviously, from Tice. He's going to try and look to empty his hand next turn by kill commanding them in the face and playing whatever the other card is, and then able to get a quick shot with the draw effect, potentially.
Oh, man.
Annoyatron. That's a good pickup. He's going to be able to Blast Mage and Annoyatron this turn.
Wait,
Oh
what?
my god, that Blast Mage is so bad!
Oh, the face palm up, damn it!
Oh my god. Oh, the Knife Juggler, though!
Oh, wait,
I
okay.
mean, Jesus
That's gonna
has
hit,
mercy.
right? It's gonna hit, right?
Oh,
No,
baby.
that's not bad. That's the
Alright,
fifth.
see? It always balances out. God, that Blast Mage, though. That Blast Mage does not want to win the game.
No, not
What
at
a
all.
bad dude.
All right, so what do you do here?
Oh, you hit him in the face.
Well, you kind of want to empty your hand too, right? So,
Yeah, I mean, your
Just-
hand will
just
empty
fight?
eventually. Yeah, why not?
okay. Well,
If you
actually,
draw
if it's next turn.
Yeah, you have lethal next turn with
Oh,
quick shot.
Forsen's just. Oh, Forsen and draw. Oh, Lotheb. Lotheb makes it so that Forsen's not dead.
Yeah, he needs Lotheb here. He has the Lotheb. Lotheb comes down. Can he set up his own lethal, though, is the real question.
Well,
How
no
much
matter
damage
what,
is that?
Scientist is gonna push more damage than just a hero power, right? So
Yeah,
the opposite
especially with the
enough.
knife juggler. So he's got his own lethal set up. And that's going to be it on the back of Lotheb.
Wow! Forsen is gonna win off of a very
Lotheb.
bad last mage, but hey, the knife juggler kind of picked things up where he left off. So
Yeah.
that's teamwork.
Yeah. Wow, knife juggler. The Lotheb's really the main key. It's just a bunch of little things that came together to turn this around for him. But that
Oh.
7 mana quick shot. Would not play that card for 7 mana.
Wait,
Like if
wait.
you had it constructed, you know.
Wait, Tasha's still not dead.
Oh my god, he's not dead.
It's not dead.
It's not dead.
Okay,
It's only
at least
13.
casting or something.
Alright, he's staying
Wow.
alive.
Okay, so wait, you mean Taj can still win the game?
Tej can still win the game off a top deck here.
Oh man, I was so happy for Forsen.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
No, he doesn't get it. See, we were right all along. We knew.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Oh.
knew.
That was really scary. Oh, man.
The whole time. And yeah, he's just gonna figure out that Worgen Infiltrator is indeed not a beast.
Yep.
And
Not
Go.
unfortunate for Taj, but fortunate for Forsen, man. Oh my god, look at he's like
that was
closing his eyes and possibly breathing there. I can tell.
yeah. See, that's
Yeah.
what I was saying. Like, it's sort of 50-50, because you get to that point where 50% of your deck kills him, 50% of your deck doesn't kill him, and you find off the top what's going to happen. And today, Tice was not hitting. He's not on fire. So
There were a lot of cards that could have done damage, right? Abusive. Abusive and Skittles are possibly the only cards that don't deal damage on the turn they're played.
yeah, there's like Leper Gnome and yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there were quite a few, but I think there's more than 50% chance. So Forsen steals that game away from Tice, and looking back at the deck selection screen, now things get well, I wouldn't want to say interesting, but they both have Druid and they both have Hunter.
Yeah, now he gets a lot of mirror matchy. Now it's going to depend on what hunter he brings. 'Cause, if well, that's just that's sort of the order too. Like if Forsen has mid-range hunter, for example, he needs to hit the druid to advance his hunter, and then he has his druid left to block Tice's hunter. While as Tice, if he hits his face hunter into Forsen's mid-range hunter, then he's got a druid mirror he still has to win. So if
Okay, but
Forsen has
the face hunter is not that good against druid, right?
Face Hunter is not that good against Druid, so I think Forsen's favored from this point, assuming he's running mid-range Hunter like he's expected earlier.
Okay, if Forsen is running face hunter, it's just a mirror, so right, it's like
Yeah,
an
it's just a
exact
mirror.
mirror. Yeah. All right. I think Forsen is gonna run face hunter.
Really. But you said mid-range Hunter earlier.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then he's been losing with the mid range hunter a lot. So
Oh, you think he switched?
yeah, like face hunter is just so much more insane.
Tice goes
Well,
with
can't really
Druid.
tell from that hand yet. And oh wow, Taish is actually queuing up druid.
That is a good hand to do it with. The coin Wild Growth into turn 2 Shade. If that's a hand to beat Hunter. I
Oh,
just...
face hunter, got
Oh,
him.
babe. If that Face Hunter hand had the coin, that'd be a really good hand. Wow, he gets Innervate too, and the
Oh
Lord.
wow.
Tice
All
is
right.
living the dream.
This is one hand to beat face hunter with.
Oh, wow, and Forsen's drawn 3/3 drops. It's unfortunate.
Threes. Not as good as a two. And oh, well,
Innervate Shade.
innervate shade into coin shade.
Yeah, I like it against Face Hunter. You just want to get your minions out as fast as possible. Like, sure, you could coin Wild Growth and get the Shade out next turn and save the Innervate, but you don't have time. They're coming at you guns blazing trying to kill you. So
Oh, that's a good card for Forsen.
yeah, that Glaive Zuka off the top is going to make it so the Shade can't free trade into the Leopardom. Another Wild Growth.
Man, what if this was drawn against a druid? That
Yeah,
was good.
that would have been game over for sure.
Like
Looks
two
like-
shades, two wild growths, and the lore against a druid? That's pretty
Yeah.
down.
I'd like to see the Shade just push face here.
Yeah, you don't have time. He's not gonna trade.
Exactly. Alright, Animal Companion.
Yep. Is it a summon a huffer?
Oh, that is huge. If it's a different Animal Companion, it's going to do 0 damage this turn. So any other Animal Companion is 0 damage. It just dies for free from the Shade. This Animal Companion allows him to get in 4 damage before it's forced to die.
Oh man. And the Leok would have traded for free too, right?
Yeah, the
This
Leok
gets
would have died for
shot
free.
as well.
So that roll off that Animal Companion could have lost the game immediately for Forsen if it was Leok, and could have made the game more 50-50 if it was Misha. But since it's Huffer, I think Forsen's favorite at this point. Even with Tice's ridiculous opening with 2 Innervates, 2 Wild Growths, and both Shades, which is your only 3-drop in Druid. Like, best possible early game.
Wow, he had to kill a shade into a random huffer, which already dealt the damage. This is gonna be. Oh wow!
Oh my god, the abusive charge pick up to fill up the curve. Can it
Forsen
get
is
any
going
better?
like a god here.
That is how you face Hunter. Alright, he's got the taunt now. That's good for him.
Could
Let's see if he
stabilize.
takes the value trade, or if he goes for the, he's taking the value trade.
Of course, you have to take the value trade, right? You would have so many
Yeah.
minions.
Yeah, desperation mode.
Uh,
Leopardum's not a bad top deck. That's going to guarantee 2 damage. Explosive Trap guaranteeing 2 damage, and the Hero Power guaranteeing 2 damage. You're dealing 6 damage this turn.
That's pretty
And
good.
when your opponent's at 10, that's what you want to be doing.
Now, Taish, lucky for him, he does have some healing of Ancient of Lore. Needs to drop pretty well, though.
I think I would like
Oh!
the Wolf Rider run into the Misha there.
Yeah, I would have loved that too, a little bit, because the Wolf Rider, I mean, it's just gonna die.
Yeah.
It's Slow Trap is just gonna die, so that was kind of maybe a mistake from Forsen's part.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you really want to innovate out the Dr. Brew now, don't you? But if you do that, you skip on the healing for the next turn as well.
Yeah, you can't afford to. You can't miss 2 turns. Maybe it's the winning play, but man, you need some big balls to go with that line.
Oh, but it's the winning play. That should be the one to do it, right? Nope, Forsen just equips the bow, just gets an extra charge. I don't really... I could see him attacking, I guess.
Then the bear's gonna die to explosive trap. I could have also even seen like Arcane Golem run into the bear just to kill it, and then just equip bow and hit him in the face with the bow. Just guarantee that damage. Would have been fine either way. So these Wild Growths.
Wild Growth is not a good card against Face Hunter. Definitely not. I don't think.
Yeah, too slow. Right,
Wow, Wild Growth is actually a bad card in a matchup?
Yeah, well, it's too slow. That's ridiculous. Something on turn 2. Oh, Haunted Creeper is not what you want to see there. But still, this explosive trap's going to be able to stall him out. Tice doesn't have any combo pieces in his hand, so he can't be starting to set up his lethal. Like, with this board, if he's able to even just draw a Savage Roar, he's going to be able to start threatening lethal and start really trying to put pressure on the Face Hunter. But unfortunately, he doesn't have Savage Roar. He doesn't have Force of Nature. He just doesn't have any damage to try and race him back. And his taunt has 1 health.
So I guess you have the hero power to kill off the Skittlers completely, and you might as well just play Shredder to just set up more damage and just wait for that Savage Roar, like you said.
Yeah.
I don't see him playing Dr. Boom here.
The problem with the Shredder too is you're losing one of your Shredder's power because it's gonna die to the Explosive Trap now too.
Oh.
So you're just like waiting to die. But there's no other play.
There's no other play. You need your taunt.
Yeah.
Well, trying to figure out all the options here, obviously. You don't want to miss out anything.
What to do?
Face Hunter is just so much damage.
Yeah. They go face. They trade with the face very favorably.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Well,
so
I mean, the Shredders could pop up something good, right? Vitality Totem, Taunters. There's a couple of stuff. Lightwell.
get that Frostwolf grunt.
Frostwolf Grunt is one of the best ones. But Forsen is just stalling. He did not draw any burn, no quick shots. I'm pretty sure Forsen will be running quick shots here. And,
Keeper the Grove.
that doesn't really do much. I think you pop the Shredder now.
Yeah, just try and get a taunt out of it. It's not really doing anything. Don't use that one.
Oh! Pop the
It's-
Shredder!
Yeah, it dies to the Explosive Trap. Yeah,
Alright, perfect. And what is it?
Vitality Totem.
Oh! It's one of the best ones!
That's good. That's gonna stop Unleash the Hounds completely.
Completely.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. You just whack it with a bow and then unleash. But it's gonna kill things.
Wait, that's a bad one!
Yeah, it's a bad one. It kills the bear. This is horrible. Maybe you silence it.
Why would you silence a taunter? It's the same thing as not doing anything. Oh my, that's actually really bad.
Yeah, that is.
Wait, that's GG. Unstable Ghoul, kill Tice.
Yeah, it kills the bear. That's so unfortunate. Why me?
Oh.
Oh, Boombots both hit face for 4. Very favorable RNG at the end there for Tice.
Not that it matters.
Yeah.
Forsen's gonna pick up the second win here with Face Hunter. There you go.
That's a pretty important matchup.
Very good.
Yeah, now we see if Tice can pull off the same feat as Forsen, beating the Druid with Face Hunter. Druid
It's gonna
favorite
be
matchup.
It's gonna be a role reversal now, right?
Yeah.
Face Hunter versus Druid on the other
Yeah.
end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Unless they want to do the Druid mirror first.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter from Tyja's perspective, right? Because you gotta win both games anyways.
Yeah, I think so. You do the Druid mirror first because that's 50-50, whereas Face Hunter versus Druid is Druid favored.
Okay.
If he draws like he did last game, he's gonna win the Druid mirror for sure. He had the right hand for it that game.
Yeah, but that was the wrong game. So like you know when you mess up something like timing wise, I don't think it's gonna work out. It doesn't sync quite as well.
Yeah. But yeah, if I was Tice here, I'd definitely go with Druid mirror first, and then try and win the unfavorable matchup last. Just get myself some confidence before I go into the unfavorable matchup because he's just coming off a loss.
Oh man, and of course it's the Druid mirror. Very skillful, right?
Very, very skillful. Yeah, it's gonna be whoever draws Wild Growth. And then there's some key decisions somewhere in there, but it's usually pretty snowballing. Just by the nature of Druid, it's a very snowball deck, right? So
Right.
as soon as one deck gets ahead, it's a snowball deck that's also hard to catch back up on board. So one guy starts snowballing, and then the other guy tries to catch back up on board, but your removal's really bad for catching up on board. Because, like, Swipe kills one Druid creature. The AoE effect on it doesn't really matter against other Druid creatures.
Yeah.
So your removal just doesn't compete with the mid-rangey creatures.
Oh,
We,
they both get a piece of the pie. One Innervate for Forsen and one Wild Growth for Tice.
Yeah. Tice gets the better end of the deal with the Wild Growth, but we're going to see what minions he has. He's also going first, which is pretty important with Wild Growth. If you're going first with Wild Growth, just you're going to be 2 mana ahead of your opponent, basically. Wow, he gets Innervate Shade into Wild Growth. The absolute nuts.
Wow.
That's
So
the
2
dream.
pieces of the pie. Yeah.
He's gotten Innervate Shade twice. How does
Tice
this
is
guy-
good at Druid. Fireback. Like,
Yeah, he's obviously the best. This is ridiculous. Wow.
ridiculous indeed. Oh, Forsen gets a zombie chow. Not quite as good as a turn 1 Shade, but at least something.
This Shade's going to be able to sit on the board and just get bigger and bigger and bigger. You definitely just keep it stealthed. Let the zombie chow hit you. You don't care. It's going to heal you later. Wow. That's
No,
Forsen.
Forsen doesn't have a play this turn. I mean, sure, you can play the Druid Claw, but what they're gonna do during next few turns, right? Oh, it's gonna coin out the BGH, maybe?
That sounds really
It's
sketchy. No, he's just gonna play the Druid of the Claw.
okay.
And it's probably gotta taunt it. Because you don't want it to just get swiped. Yeah, so you taunt it and then go face. Then I guess he's just gonna play BGH. He's seen that he's at a disadvantage out of the early game, and what he's gonna try and do here is just push the little momentum he has and try and win with off that innervate start.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and the thing is like, he does have the innervate, right? And that is the push you need, because you're probably not gonna win the late game. Your opponent's gonna ramp too much.
Yeah, I mean, he has a curve. He's able to go the 2-drop Druid of the Claw and the 3-drop Big Game Hunter, and then he's going to be able to Wrath and Hero Power, which is the removal he needs to maybe kill a creature and just keep his creatures on the board and push the tempo. And then he just needs to find a Savage Roar, and maybe he can win in time before this Shade gets too out of control. So I like his line. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I guess.
Tice?
Well, Tice is actually trading here. Oh.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I think that makes sense too, right? Because you are gonna have more mana later, for this game, so you just don't want to get blown up early game.
I don't know. That Shade was going to be able to grow so it'd be able to survive the attack next turn and be able to 2-for-1 your opponent. So just being able to 2-for-1 your opponent's really good. But technically they just went 2-for-2 because they both used an innervate on the creatures.
Right, sure. But then at the same time, what is Tice gonna do if he didn't do that move last turn?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weak. The Wrath is a pretty good pickup here. He's able to cycle it and find something better.
Hopefully, 5 or 6 drop.
Yeah. Forsen held on to the Big Game Hunter and didn't play that curve. Is Tice gonna hold on to the Big Game Hunter in fear of Keeper of the Grove on turn 4?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty smart. They often have a Keeper of the Grove.
Well, I mean, I guess Tice is also kind of like playing the value game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. 2 to the dome.
2 to the dome?
Stormwind Knight that, man.
I don't know.
No? Hero Power Pass? What's you're gonna do on turn 5? Hero Power Pass? Dome it!
That is ambitious. It doesn't make sense with his not playing Big Game Hunter on turn 3 though. Like they don't.
Oh yeah,
correlate
he
that.
did play Big Game Hunter on turn 3.
Like if you were gonna be the aggressor, then why play the value game on turn 3? Like they're conflicting ideas.
That's true.
Now this Force of Nature draw from Tice is really bad. Both players, they had their innervate starts with the wild growths, but then they just had nothing after that. Like really slow hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
he's gonna be able to get the Force of Nature reduced down to 5 as well. That's gonna be really good for him. And he just throws the Big Game Hunter out there. Unfortunately for him, there is a Doctor Boom already in Forsen's hand.
But now the thing is like, what's Emperor gonna be? It's just gonna be sticking there, right?
No, it's coming down right now. It's a 5/5.
Yeah, but then it's gonna stick because Forsen can't kill it.
I think it Force of Nature it. But if it sticks and this Tice's Force of Nature gets down to 4 mana, he's gonna be able to do some crazy things with Force of Nature.
Oh
Like
man.
Force of Nature double Savage Roar will be possible with no innervate.
He's just gonna ignore it.
Wow.
Ignore
He could-
boys.
He could Cenarius and make dudes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Wait, so is that better to trade us to Sylvanas and keep the Force of Nature, and not the other way around?
I would have just played Cenarius and went face. But that's really greedy.
Oh, no, really? No. No. There's no way you could do that.
I have no time for games.
Yeah, you get blown out by Force of Nature.
Or
Alright,
even
so
swipe.
he used the Big Game Hunter earlier, so he doesn't have it to respond to this guy. Wow, the Boombot only hits for 1. That's really fortunate for him. If that hit for 2, then that tree ant would have been chopped down. Deforested.
So I guess you just go face and hero power the boom other Boombot?
He's thinking about killing the Dr. Boom. He does know he's Druid, right? Gotta hit him
Well,
in
you
the
have
face.
it doesn't really matter because you have Sylvanas on the board. You don't want to trade for anything.
Yeah, you don't want to trade for anything at all. Your Sylvanas is going to be able to steal something. You've already seen a Keeper of the Grove. Yeah, so I like going face.
Yep. Where's this one gonna hit? Oh, kills all the tree.
It finishes the tree. It revenges the other Boombot.
I wouldn't say that's revenge. Oh wow, Forsen has the combo now too.
Yeah. He's able to
But-
push 7 damage with this Dr. Boom as well. Can he push damage with Dr. Boom and swipe face to set up lethal? No, it's not enough,
Swipe
right?
11. No, it's not enough. I mean, we're assuming that Forsen's Doctor Boom is gonna die next turn. So
Yeah, yeah. He can only push 12 damage this turn.
and 12 plus 14 is not 28.
Yeah, it's only 26. 2 damage off lethal.
Bible thump.
Bible thumb. So as Forsen here, what do you do? Like,
What if you swipe the face and trade for the scenarios and go for the value game? You do have more cards than your opponent at this point.
you could try and use a Force Nature here to bait the Sylvanas steal. Because Sylvanas can
Whoa.
steal the tree ant.
Yeah, that's
But-
true. But then you lose out on the combo as well. But you're not gonna actually use the combo anytime soon too. All right,
I like this line. This line's fine.
Just gonna go with that.
Yeah. As Tice, I'd like to see him just keep the Sylvanas alive, use the Keeper to clear that, push more face. Cycle the Wild Growth first, of course. Alright, what do we get?
We got. Oh, that's a card.
Perfect. That's exactly what you want, is a 4 or a 5 drop right there. So now he's going to be able to keep Sylvanas alive, keep tons of pressure on the board, push face. He's got one combo piece. As soon as he draws the other combo piece, it's game over.
Back over to Forsen. He draws the same card as Tice did, but that's slightly bad for him.
Yeah, because he's 1 mana behind because he didn't have it earlier, and Tice had it earlier.
I
And
guess you
so-
need to force and clear it. Force Savage clear it.
Yeah,
Yep.
make sure you kill the Sylvanas last so it doesn't steal a tree ant.
Right, but if this Shredder comes out with something that can mess up the ordering, that'll be bad. Oh, no.
Alright, that's
That's actually perfect.
yeah, that's perfect. He's able to clear the board, but now Tice has first initiative on the board. If he's able to draw something big here like Dr. Boom, then he's
Oh,
gonna
but
be
no.
in a good position.
Yeah, but BGH does contest this, well, quite well, I guess.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to BGH and then lower, but he's gonna be dead to the combo if Tice picks it up. Oh,
Wow.
another Wild Growth. That is just sad draws.
Wait, is he gonna HF lore as well?
Yeah, Ancient Lore first, and then just Big Game Hunter. You can't afford to play around the combo at this point. You know Tice has at least one piece because he's been holding those 2 cards like all game.
Yeah.
But you can't afford to. You need to draw cards. Your hand is literally nothing.
Ooh!
Double Force is
Wait.
12.
That is not lethal because you can't kill off your trees. Oh man. Right, 12. Oh, actually, you can't win anyways.
It's-
Oh, actually, you know what? Sacrifice
Yeah,
the boom
just-
bots and
yeah,
just go
see what
face with the boom
happens.
bots.
Alright, run it into the other guy. See what happens.
If it goes 4, it's lethal, right?
Yeah, if it goes 4, it's lethal.
Okay.
4?
No.
4?
Is it for Forsen?
Oh!
Oh, what a tease.
Wow. That could have been game.
Wait, how much damage? Oh, so Tash is
It's-
doing 12 damage.
Yeah.
So that's not nearly enough. Like even if this Force Nature goes all face, and Hero Power, Forsen can just Hero Power again and just dodge it, I guess.
Yeah.
Is this all going face?
Looks like he's going all phase.
Wait,
Nice.
what? Whoa.
Waits for no one.
He's taking 5 damage to kill it, in valuing the damage on Forsen's face.
Wait,
I don't
he's
know if
paid
I
5
really-
damage to deal 1 damage? No, it's like, no, I can't do that.
I'm not sure if I like this line. All Forsen has to do is 0 power.
Right, but Tash can also top deck something, right? Keeper of the
He's used
Grove.
both Keeper of the Groves. He's
Oh,
used
Druid of the Claw.
0 Druid of the Claws. He's used
Swipe?
Doctrine. He's used. I don't think he's used any swipes. He may have
Yeah.
used no.
So, Forsen, would he heal here?
Yeah, you heal you. You're scared. They just Force natured you in the face. What are you talking about? Of
Okay.
course you heal. And Azure Drake is not gonna be able to do it.
What?
Yeah, leaving that Ancient Allure up is really sketchy.
Oh!
Wow. That's
Oh.
almost enough.
That's
And
a
now
card.
he's gonna trade with this instead of what?
Oh wait, innovate. Oh what? Innovate as well to deal 1 extra damage.
Dice, man, you gotta have consistency in what you're doing. He goes all face with Force of Nature, and now he trades with Swipe. Are you? Pick
Oh,
a
I mean,
line
it's
and
okay,
follow it.
right? Oh, but then okay, so Taj is still looking for that lethal. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
he's
still
still
quite
looking for the
possible.
combo. The combo's still possible. That's one
Swipe
thing.
is still a win.
Lord,
Oh,
it's not gonna do it. And now Forsen's combo's lethal, so let's see who can top deck the combo first. But yeah, really interesting lines.
wait, he can't heal himself. Healing himself doesn't really do anything.
If he had swiped the face last turn, he had lethal with Force of Nature since both lures were used, if there was no taunt.
Yeah. Belcher and a Shredder, both not cards that can be played.
Yeah, he's forced to just hero power, and we're gonna see if Forsen has 8, 9, 10, 11 damage right now, and he doesn't look like he made it.
Right, but the Wrath, oh man. So do you Wild Growth first? Wild Growth into Druid the Claw, does that win? 4 plus 4 plus 6?
Yeah.
That
Right?
doesn't indicate, no, that's 1 damage off.
Yeah, 1 damage off, wow. So that doesn't work. Yeah, there's nothing you can get for lethal.
So I guess you have to trade then. You can't face a 5/5. There's just no way.
I'd like to see just play both the 4 drops, Wrath for 4, Keeper it for 2. Just get as much
Yeah.
crap on the board as possible. Set up your lethal with Roar next turn. So I'd say hold on to the Wild Growth this turn, clear the board, hit him in the face for 4, and then like pretty much no matter what he does, you have lethal with Roar next turn. And you just cross your fingers and hope he doesn't top deck the combo on you.
I guess we gotta do that.
He's running out of time. He's got to think of
Wow,
something.
he actually draws here.
I don't like this. You're giving up tempo for card draw at a position where tempo is probably most crucial than any other point in the game.
Oh, he just gets
Up
the...
with Innervate. Wow, maybe he can see the future.
Oh man.
All right, get that shredder out there. Hey, the hero power. That is
Oh.
this is really interesting. It doesn't make you out of range of any combination of lethals.
Yeah, innovate the shredder might have been better, but over a Tyja's spot, is he gonna get lethal? Oh, that's it.
So that's
Because the
lethal.
presentation costs 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really
Alright.
not a fan of that hero power. I think you should have just went all in there.
Oh man. Yeah, it didn't even dodge this thing.
Yeah, if the hero power did dodge this, then I would have said fine hero power. But the hero power does not make you not die to any possible lethal in Tyce's arsenal.
Oh man. Well, there you go. It's gonna go down to the final match, and the final match is gonna be Forsen's Druid against Taish's Face Hunter. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be slightly Druid favored, but as we saw earlier, Face Hunter can pull off Face Hunter things. Sometimes they can just chain really, really powerful draws, and the Druid cannot hit a taunt. So
That Druid mirror just now, it kind of went pretty unexpected. They were actually like both scrambling to deal with the last few damages.
yeah, they both were drawing like really, really poorly in the mid game. Neither one even like assembled a board at all. Because they only had like their tech cards in the beginning. Like they both had big game hunter, they both had keepers, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's just what happened.
Right.
But yeah, some interesting decisions from either player though. Like they both switched up their game plans at points in the game, which typically you'd never see people do. Like people generally make one plan and they commit to it because switching it up costs so much.
Yeah. Usually, when the first player that switches to game plans usually loses, but sometimes you just gotta adapt to the situation, and sometimes you're kind of unsure as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if these guys just. Well, Face Hunter has only one game plan, right? You're not trading.
Well, I've seen people trade on ladder with Face Hunter.
Yeah.
They didn't win, but
Playing the
you
wrong
can-
deck, maybe.
You can do it, but you can do anything.
You can trade. Just play Zoo or Warrior or something. You know.
I mean, there are definitely situations where you have to trade because the idea behind Face Hunter is you want your lethal clock to just be 1 turn faster than your opponent's. So
Okay.
you're racing the whole time. So maybe like Savage Roar's lethal if you don't kill 1 minion. So you kill 1 minion, so then they're 1 damage off lethal, and then you're able to finish your lethal next turn. As long as you can set up lethal while trading, definitely take the trade. Be extra safe.
Okay. Makes sense. Forsen has a Wild Growth to start. We know that it's not that effective against the Face
Wow.
Hunter already. So that's just double 1-drop.
Double 1-drop and the bow. The bow is really, really important actually because it's one of the most damage efficient cards in the game besides Leroy Jenkins. Like it's 1 card, 6 damage. That is huge. You always want to draw bow at some point against Druid because you expect them to play Ancient of Lore, because every Druid does, and that's a 5 health game. And in order just to have cards that last long enough to win the game, you're going to need a bow at some point during the game.
Alright, that's a fair assessment. Forsen here, you kind of have to Wild Growth here, right?
Yeah, you don't really have a choice. You
No
just Wild
choice.
Growth and pray. Your next turn's probably going to be Hero Power and Wild Growth unless you find something else.
No, Hero Power is...
Yeah, you Hero Power. You don't want to play into the swipe and
Oh.
just get more value out of your cards. Because you have to assess your hand with your card quality here. You got 3 1-drops, so that means you definitely need to stress Hero Powering a lot more than usual because 1-drops generally don't push that much damage.
Well, Forsen wants to see his taunts and heals, and that's all he wants to really see.
Yeah.
Taj, on the other hand, doesn't really matter. I guess Animal Companion would be the best here.
Animal Companion would be the best.
Huh?
Wolf Rider is pretty darn good. Your opponent doesn't have anything on the board to trade with it. It's just getting
Yep.
it out there forces them to have to Wrath, and if they ever Hero Power a Wolf Rider, they lose. Like, it's over.
Oh, they lose. Okay,
It's a rule. It's a rule. You cannot Hero Power a Wolf Rider and still win the game. Like,
Okay, that's an interesting rule. We'll add it to the high main rule.
yeah, it's the rule against Face Hunter. If you're forced to Hero Power a Wolf Rider, game's over. And we're gonna see it right now
wait.
from Forsen.
So it's over?
It's over. We can pack it up, go home. That Wolf Rider did 6 damage. Like, you can't beat that. That is just 6
Okay.
damage. Oh my gosh.
Alright, 3 mana, 6 damage. It's good.
Yeah, the second Eagle Horn bow is pretty sad, but that means he can stop hero powering now and just start swinging the bow.
Forsen's looking in a pretty tight spot right now. Ancient of Lore is going to heal for 5, and then another 5 next turn, but neat. Man, damage does not
Dice
stop.
has lethal set up this turn, so the heal is
not
really
fun.
important. Now
Yeah,
the lethal is
the heal.
prevented because of the heal, but he's got the second heal and he has the roar, which are important cards. Explosive Trap is huge here, though. It's going to be able to try and stop the lethal from Forsen's side once he finally recovers, if he recovers.
How much damage is this again? 2, 3, 4, 2, 11?
Yeah, it's 11 immediate this turn, and then he's got another bow that he can equip and keep going, and he has the silence for a taunt.
Wow.
So you just get in there for the 11.
Okay. Get in there.
Yeah, get in there real good.
Doesn't seem like there's another play.
Yeah. I mean, your options are face and face. You probably hit him in the face.
Nice assessment. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, if you play Arcane Golem, you're afraid of Cenarius, but you got Explosive Trap to kill the Triads, so they can't really combo with the Roar, so you're fine that way. Like, if you didn't have the Explosive Trap, maybe you're afraid of Cenarius, but I don't know. I'm not really too scared of Cenarius here.
Forsen's down to 3 health only. He's gonna heal himself back to 9, basically, with the hero power.
Yeah. And then there's another bow coming, and just the sheer amount of damage per card value that bow gets is ridiculous. So through 2 heals, like, just the card quality of bow is going to be able to get in so much damage.
And of course, the silence is already prepped for the taunt that's gonna come down next turn. Wait,
Unleash
wait a
the
minute.
Hounds. Unleash
What
the
if
Hounds.
Forsen draws the combo next turn?
21 plus 7,
plus
28. He's only got 28 with combo next turn. So I'd like to see just bow the face and then unleash the hounds, all of the face. Just give him something to do with his dudes. I mean, if you unleash the hounds and he doesn't have swipe, you're preventing 10 damage.
Alright.
He picks up the swipe, so you would have had it anyway.
Alright. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
it.
The taunt doesn't save him. Nothing saves
Sorry,
him.
Forsen. That's
Yeah.
not today.
I strike.
Tice drew his deck in the right order. Now they both beat Druid with Face Hunter. That happened twice in the same series. Like,
Okay, so
Wow.
is Face Hunter good against everything then?
no, it has like a 0% win rate against Control Warrior, like close to 0, and it can struggle a lot with a lot of matchups. It's just 50-50 in. But that's why it's good in the Conquest format, right? Because if you lose with it, you can just queue it back up, and
Right.
eventually you win with it. Like, it's just one of those decks that eventually you draw a Lepronome turn 1, and all the other cards in order, and you kill him. Like, or eventually they draw bad, and if they ever draw bad against your deck, you win. So that's why it's such a good deck. It has 2 different win conditions, where a lot of control decks, the control deck needs to draw the right cards to win, whereas this deck, if your opponent just draws bad, you win. As well as other aggressive decks. That's why aggressive decks are so strong. They have 2 different win conditions. They can draw the nuts, or your opponent can draw bad. So
Okay.
just double the chances to win, kind of.
Well, yeah, that's a good way of looking at things. And of course, aggressive decks do keep control decks in check so that they don't go like what double faceless, double BGH, Zera, and all of those high curves that actually happened at the start of Hearthstone, where people
Yeah.
didn't really figure out a good aggressive deck just yet. So I guess it's all right in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so that was the match. If we look at the brackets again, Taj is going to advance. They're going to be playing Frid in the next match. Forsen is going to drop into the losers bracket, and he's going to be playing Purple Drank after that. And of course, the last match will be between the losers of winners and the winners of losers. And we're going to see who advances to the losers bracket. And before we go to a break, guys, there is a giveaway that we want to shout out from G2.